Alright, today we have something that I can't believe I haven't talked about yet, and that is 175 Park Avenue, also known as Commodore Tower. Now this is a approved skyscraper in New York City that would have a height of 1,575 feet. So when I made my Tower Fifth video, I said future new tallest building in New York City, by roof height, of course. This would actually dethrone that by about 25 feet. And this building is approved currently, which is another step, towards the actual fruition of that. But this building is massive. This is a huge building, not just in its height, but its size. I mean, you can look in the renderings. This is a chunky building. I mean, compare it to One Vanderbilt. I mean, that One Vanderbilt is a huge building. It's 1,400 something feet tall, and this is it's absolutely towering over it. It's way wider than it. And this is even you'd say bigger than like the 270 Park Avenue, because this doesn't taper off as much. It does obviously taper off some, but not quite as much. So yeah, let's talk about this building real quick. So like I said, this has a height of 1575 and or 1581. I've seen the two different ones. It's only a 6 foot difference though, so it's not a huge deal. So I'm not sure which one really is final there. That's 482 meters, about that. It would be 83 floors, and it is projected, say that with a grain of salt, to be completed in 2029, 2030 sort of time frame. This building would have 2.1 million square feet of Class A office space, as well as a 500-room Hyatt hotel, as well as some retail space on the bottom, and a public park slash plaza kind of at the lobby of the building. So this would obviously be an absolutely massive building, almost 300,000 or 3 million square feet of different space for it. This building would be again, the tallest in the city by roof height if it gets completed. Now, the design of this, I actually really don't hate. So, some people don't like it just because it's so big, and they're like, oh, it overshadows the Chrysler building. As awesome as the Chrysler building is, and as much of a piece of history as it is, you can't go to a city and be like, all right, you guys can't build because the skyscraper is going to get covered up. The Chrysler building is still plenty visible. I don't know what that is about. It's not even a huge impact on the skyline. It hasn't been for a super long time, unlike the Empire State Building. So I don't think that's a big deal at all. I would never say like, oh, they shouldn't build it because it's next to the Chrysler building and it's going to overshadow it. I don't really agree with that. I think this is actually a pretty nice design. I mean, you can see kind of the base here. It's right next to Grand Central Station. I believe they've agreed to do some upgrades to Grand Central Station. Now, here's the craziest thing about this. You have this 1,600-foot building, 3 million square feet, literally sitting on top of a train, like a rail yard. Pretty wild. I mean, New York City has some of the most insane infrastructure in it. It's just ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, here's another photo. I like this one because it has the current skyline with, the JP Morgan Chase building in on there. And you can see this thing literally towers above everything. Quite a bit taller than One Vanderbilt. Way taller than the MetLife building, way taller than the Chrysler building. This would be the biggest impact on the Midtown skyline by far out of any building, even more than 270 Park Avenue, which has had a very good impact. I wouldn't say it has as big of an impact as One World Trade Center, because One World Trade Center is really off on its own in downtown. But as far as the Midtown skyline would go, this would be a huge impact. This would definitely reshape the skyline. But yeah, I mean, you can see this is an absolutely massive building. Here's kind of another shot of the base. I think this area is open to the public as well, like I said, kind of a public plaza sort of thing, like a lot of these new large office buildings are. Now, do I think this building is actually going to get completed? Well, it is approved, so I mean, I honestly wouldn't see what isn't going to stop this from becoming from getting built. I mean, there's not much. It's an approved building. There's demand for Class A office space in New York City. I've talked about this in a lot of my videos. A lot of people are like, oh, why are they building office buildings? There's no demand for office. There's demand for Class A office, and especially a building like this, One Vanderbilt, JP Morgan Chase, they're considered more like trophy offices. Those are like at almost 100% occupancy. So yeah, there's not really an issue with that. I would say finding tenants, maybe there is. I could be wrong. I don't even know if they're worried about that yet. But yeah, this would be an absolutely massive undertaking. So let me know your thoughts on 175 Park Avenue, also known as Commodore Tower. Like I said, this building has been kind of in the proposed slash approved stage for a while now. So we'll see whenever any progress gets made on this building. Yeah, see you on the next one.